Hope you're ready to get some nasty handles that destroy any defender in your path, because these 2-ball stationary drills will get that ball control next level. And since they're stationary, you can do them right at home. The first minute and 30 seconds, I'm going to show you the different patterns that we're going to be working on throughout the video. And then from there, everything's kind of grouped into sections with those patterns, and we're going to advance each different type of drill. So the first drill is from the previous clip. It's high to low, trying to eliminate any dribbles in the middle. Then the next drill is alternating dribbles, trying to get that timing exactly opposite of each dribble. Then V dribbles with both basketballs going in the same direction. And for all these first drills, pound those dribbles hard to make it a habit. Next is inside outs. I forgot to film both going at the same time, so I'm kind of giving you 2 drills there. Alternating is a little bit more advanced. Next drill, I'm going to start slow so you can see the pattern. You're going to dribble both basketballs straight down, let one ball go, and then do a double crossover with the other one. To start off, you might want to do 2 dribbles at the same time and then go into the double crossover, and then as you get better, try to bring the dribbles down lower, and then of course you want to do that same thing, letting the other basketball go. Next pattern is going to be going dribble and then crossover both basketballs at the same time, so you're going to switch hands with which hand has which basketball, and you want to try to keep one basketball in front and one in back every time you cross over. Then you're going to go low tap dribbles, bringing one basketball around a leg from the back. Once you get one basketball around one leg, then you're going to keep that basketball in front of you while you do a circle around the other leg with the other basketball. Next pattern is the triangle. You're going to hand one basketball off and cross over the other. You want to work on this going in both directions. So let's start advancing these patterns. The first thing you can do is those alternating dribbles down low. Try to get them at ankle height, rapid fire, and pounding them out hard. Then the next drill is going one basketball high, one low, and trying to transition as quickly as you can with which is high and which is low without carrying the basketballs and eliminating any dribbles in the middle. Then you're going to go opposing V dribbles, so they're going in the opposite direction. An advanced version of that is going one basketball between the legs. So you're almost sham-gotting the basketball between your legs, and the other one's going to go more into a crossover motion. Next advanced drill is one basketball inside out dribble, one inside out between the legs. Be sure you work on this on both sides. Pretty challenging. This next one might be more challenging or easier. It's alternating inside out between the legs. And then this next one's really challenging. Both basketballs same time inside out between the legs. And then the next one's pretty tough. You're going to bring the basketballs from the back inside out between the legs. So each basketball will stay in the same hand, alternating the timing of those dribbles. And then going both basketballs at the same time is even more challenging because you got to get that dribble precision just right. Next drill is full-blown crazy. You're going to go inside out between the legs from the front with one hand and from the back with the other hand. So doing the opposite with each hand, each basketball stays in the same hand. And of course, flip that pattern around to the other side so each hand's getting equal work. Okay, next drill, we're doing that dribble both basketballs at the same time drill we did before, letting one go. But you're going to alternate which one you let go, trying to just make it that one bounce double crossover. Then you're going to go dribble both basketballs at the same time, let one go between the legs and crossover. Of course, do that in both directions. Literally the same as doing a double crossover. You're just changing what kind of crossovers you're doing by making one between the legs. Then the same thing once again, dribble same time, let one go and do a double behind the back. And then of course repeat, letting the other basketball go. Then dribble, let one go behind the back, crossover. Of course, again, do that both ways. This drill, I challenge you to do just one dribble with both basketballs at the same time, let one go, and then go between the legs and back through. Again, on the next drill, I challenge you to go just one dribble with both basketballs at the same time, let one go, then go between the legs and behind the back. Then we're going to jump back into the 2-ball switches, doing different types of crossovers. To start, we'll go dribble both basketballs straight down at the same time, and then crossover with one basketball in between the legs with the other, so you'll end up kind of doing a circle around one of your legs, and then of course flip that around so you're working on making that circle around the other leg. Then you're going to do the exact same thing but eliminate the regular dribble straight down with both basketballs and go continuous circles around the leg using the between the legs and crossover. Next is dribble both basketballs straight down and then keep one crossing over between the legs, so the other basketball will basically stay in front of you while the other one is kind of doing a figure 8 with a regular dribble in between. Then we're going to go continuous between the legs, scissoring your legs while the other basketball does crossovers in front. So the basketball in front just keeps going back and forth with crossovers, and then the ball behind it's going to go continuous between the legs. Then we're going to go back to dribble both basketballs straight down and doing a circle around the leg, but this time one basketball is going to go between the legs from the back towards the front, and the other basketball is going to cross over. So you're basically changing the direction of that circle. circle. Then again, we're gonna eliminate those regular dribbles straight down with both basketballs at the same time, making continuous circles around the leg, again from the other direction. Then we're gonna go figure eights from the back by keeping the basketball in the back going between the legs from the back. So basketball will come from behind the body, through the legs, and to the front, and then the other basketball is gonna be doing continuous crossovers. After that, you'll go dribble both basketballs straight down, crossover one behind the back with the other, so you're basically doing a circle around your body. Of course, repeat that in the other direction, and then get rid of the regular dribble with both basketballs straight down in between, so it's just circles around your body, only crossovers and behind the backs in both directions. Then go continuous behind the backs and crossovers, so the basketball in the back always just does a behind the back, basketball in front always does a crossover. Now back to the tap dribble patterns. With one basketball, you're gonna keep just tapping it in front of you. You will switch hands, but with the other basketball, you're gonna go reverse between the legs figure eight. So basically, you're gonna bring the basketball from behind the legs through back to the front, and then repeat around the other leg with that same basketball. Then you're gonna go reverse figure eight taps with both basketballs, so one chasing right after the other. This one might get a little bit messy, sloppy, and confusing, but it'll really work on making you think quick and moving those hands quick. Then you're gonna take turns with each basketball going around the legs in the other direction, so from the front to the back. Notice how each hand keeps the same basketball, and you almost go like an inside out between the legs motion. Then keep one basketball in front, and you'll switch hands to accomplish this, and then with the other basketball, you're gonna go figure eight between the legs from the front. So the basketball is gonna travel from the front through the legs to the back, switch hands there, and then bring it back to the front and repeat around the other leg. So one basketball in back doing a figure eight, one basketball in front just staying there. Next, you'll do a figure eight with both basketballs from the front. Again, this one might be a little bit confusing, sloppy, and messy, but it will make you think quick and move those hands quick. Then we're gonna jump into the triangle pattern series. One basketball you'll hand off, and the other one you'll dribble between the legs, then bring the other leg forward and repeat in the other direction. And in the next drill, we're gonna go back to a basic crossover, but a behind the back handoff to do the triangle. Again, go in both directions with this. After that, you'll do the opposite of this. So you're gonna go behind the back dribble and back to a regular handoff. And of course, go the other direction. Then we'll go back to a regular handoff, but a reverse between the legs dribble. So the basketball is gonna come from behind the legs and through, while the other one does a regular handoff. And then flip which leg is forward to go the other direction. This next drill is gonna force you to get in a low stance. You're gonna go between the legs from the front handoff, and then regular crossover with the other basketball. Then flip which leg is forward and go the other direction. Then you're gonna keep one basketball in front, switching hands each time you dribble. So it's kind of like a crossover. And with the other basketball, you're gonna go figure eight handoffs between the legs from the front. Next, we're getting to some really tough stuff. Behind the back handoff with behind the back dribble triangle. So here's another angle to make a little more sense of it. It is challenging. You'll probably have to look down at the dribble and go the other direction. Then you're gonna go behind the back handoff with a between the legs from the front dribble. Do that both directions, of course. Then behind the back handoff with a reverse between the legs dribble. And then one-handed, one ball up, one ball down. This is great for wrist and hand strength and power. And next, you'll want to grab the free workout that's linked in the comments and the description down below. And if you found this video helpful, please hit that like button. It took me a lot of time just to make this for you. And subscribe and turn on all notifications to catch the newest videos.